Okay, straps are going to be wrapped around your feet. Hai Navua. And you're going to have your palms facing your body, and your heels are going to stay pushing into the ground. You can lift the front of your feet to make sure that the strap stays underneath your feet. You're just going to lift your hips up, lower your hips down. Navua, so sorry about the missend. You're going to lift your hips up, lower your hips down, and you have your palms facing each other. Elbows are bent. And now when you lift your hips up, you straighten your arms up, and then you lower your hips down, you lower your arms down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Up, down, up, and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to lift and hold. Arms are lifted, hips are lifted up towards the ceiling, arms are straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to open your arms out to the side, bring the arms back up towards the ceiling. Lower the arms out to the side, lift back up towards the ceiling. Lower and lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're going to pause with the arms open, then you're going to bend your elbows, straighten your elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend. Now, at any point, if it's too much in the calves to keep the balls of the feet lifted off, you can just place the feet on the ground. For 3, for 2, last one. Open those arms out to the side. Bring the arms down to your side. Lower your hips all the way down. Straighten your legs out. Flex your feet. Look down the nose. Roll your spine all the way back up. And then you're just going to get a bit of a hamstring stretch. So keeping the back line of your legs engaged, you're going to wrap those feet around with the strap. Sit up tall. Roll off your sit bones. Roll back into your C curve. And then sit back up. So that back line of your legs is still engaged, actively pushing out, and then roll back up. Roll back, and roll up. Good. We're gonna roll back, and you're gonna stay just at the top of your sacrum. So roll back and hold. Palms are facing each other. Let's bend and straighten your elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Now here, draw your shoulder blades down. Good. And you want to keep your elbows still in space. The closer your elbows to being in line with your shoulders, the more work it's going to be for your biceps, but you also have to work to keep your shoulder blades drawing down. Bend and straighten. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's pause with the elbows bent. Draw your shoulder blades down. Keep your sacrum pressing into the mat. Bring your legs to tabletop and then straighten them back down. So it's like you're curling into a ball. You got to keep that core engaged. Trying to keep the body still. If you have to come up higher, that's fine. Find that range that you have to be in. This is dependent a lot on body shape. So longer legs, you might have to bring your body up more, shorter torso. Find what works for your body. For 3, for 2, and then you're going to pause with yourself curled up into this ball. And then depending upon where you are, you're going to just lower the rest of the way down to the mat. You have your legs in tabletop now. Reach both legs forward. Reach the arms above the head. Bend the knees into tabletop. Bend the arms back in. Straighten arms, straighten legs. Bend knees, bend elbows. Straighten arms, straighten legs. Bend knees, bend elbows. Good. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this one, pause with arms straight, legs straight. Arms are reaching above the head. You're going to look down the nose, curl up, and then lower back down. You're just curling up only as high as you can keep those legs still. We're not going up into a full teaser if you can't. It's just like you're starting to do a roll up. Keeping those legs up, keep the legs up. You're just going as high up as you can keep your legs still. Kathy, try to not lower your legs to the ground. Good, good, Patricia. 3 more. 3, so we're just getting those upper abdominals really engaged. 2. Last 1. Lower everything back down, bend your legs into tabletop, unstrap your feet, place your feet down on the ground. Lift your hips up into a bridge. Engage the core, trying to pull your abdomen down towards the mat, and you're going to straighten your right leg straight out in front of you. And you're holding here. And let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now you're going to open and close your leg. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close. For 3, for 2. Last 1, bend your knee, place that foot back down. Lower your hips all the way down, active recovery. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips back up. Straighten your left leg straight out in front of you. Hold. Now we're going to paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and open and close. Open, close. Open, close. That leg stays straight. Your knees stay in the same plane. For 3, for 2. Last 1, bend your knee, place that foot down. Lower your hips all the way down. Bring your right leg to tabletop. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Hands come behind the head, support the neck. Curl your head and shoulders up. Straighten your right leg out, and then your left leg. Right leg. Now, it's the legs move at the same time. So as one leg's coming into tabletop, the other one is straightening out. For 3. Then we're going to go straight into obliques, in which you rotate the opposite armpit towards the leg in tabletop. On this one, rotate, rotate, good, rotate, rotate. So you're bringing that elbow towards the knee, good, for 3, 2. At any point, if you need to rest the head and shoulders, please do. Bring both legs to tabletop. Hands come to the outside of the knees. Straighten arms, straighten legs, circle arms, bend the legs in. Straighten arms, straighten legs, circle arms, bend the legs in. Good. Remember, listen to your body. If it gets into the low back, you send the legs higher. If you need to rest the head and shoulders, lower down and then join back in when you can. For 2, then we're going to go to obliques. Now, instead of the arms coming, both arms coming to the outside of their legs, on this one, you're going to bring both arms to the outside of one side and then both arms to the outside of the other. Good. So it's like you're crunching up. You're again bringing the armpit towards the opposite knee. Good. But this time the legs are connected. And over. And you crunch up higher each time. 2. 2. Last 1. 1. 1. And lower head and shoulders. Place one foot down, then the other foot down. Grab your strap. You're going to place that strap, your feet right in the strap again, and then straighten them out in front of you. You're going to turn so that your palms are facing the ceiling, so that the thumbs are going towards the outside. You're going to curl your head and shoulders off the mat. Again, if your neck is hurting at all, remember, pull the ears back. You can always rest the head and shoulders down, but let's do some bicep curls from here. Bicep curl, back down. Bicep curl, back down. Now feel as each time you do a bicep curl, you can maybe curl up higher if you have the ab curl. If you're resting your head and shoulders, just focus on the drawing the shoulder blades down. See if you can get up a little bit higher after each curl if you're in a crunch. For 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Now, pause with the elbows bent. Everybody, look down the nose, roll your spine all the way back up. And then stack your spine up tall, arms go out to the side, palms are facing the ground, pull back. Pull back. Good. Now, you can lower your hands so that your knuckles are barely missing the ground. They're just gonna miss the ground. Good. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to pull back and hold. Now bend and straighten the elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to pull back and hold, hinge forward even more, and let's paint 5 circles, keeping those arms behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach those arms forward. Let go of your straps. Bring yourself back upright. Bring your heels in towards you to come to an all fours position. Okay, if your wrists can't take, if your wrists are feeling sensitive and the pressure is too much, you're going to drop down to your forearms. Otherwise, everyone, bring the eyes of your elbows facing forward so that when you bend your elbows, they're going to be a narrow bend. Push away from the ground, straighten your left leg back, then your right leg, and you're in your planks. Good. And then keep those elbows slightly bent, and it puts the weight in the heels of the hand. Again, if it's too much, you can be down on your forearms. When you're up on your hands, it challenges your shoulder stability more. When you're down on your forearms, it works your core more. Okay, now from here, separate the legs wide. Good, you can do this also on the ground. You're gonna reach your right arm forward, then your left arm forward. By reaching forward, you also wanna keep your torso still. Good. Yep, Patricia, just like that. Good. Good. Now also you can drop down to your knees, pushing your hips forward at any point. Do what your body can for 3, 3, 2, 2. Last one. 1, 1. And lower everything down. Grab your strap and you're gonna sit back. You can either sit on your heels, you find the position that is most comfortable for you here. If that's sitting crisscross, that's fine. Bring your strap out in front of you. Palms are facing the ground, draw the shoulder blades down. We're gonna bring left arm up, then back down. Left arm pulls up, then back down. So this up is, you pull the shoulder blade down the spine. Pull it down, down, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And now switch sides, right arm up, back down, up, then down, up, then down, good. And you should feel that left arm now underneath the armpit is pulling down as you bring the arm up. So you're working both sides of the shoulders, even though only one side is moving. For 3, for 2, last one. Good, now open both arms out to the side, bring them back to center. Open and close, open and close. For 3, 2, 1, bring the arms back to center. You're making a fist. You come back to your all fours position. Your fists are pushing down into the ground. And now from here, pinky side goes out to the side. You're bringing that arm out and to the side. This is different than what we were just doing because of the way gravity is affecting or interplaying on this joint. So now this is more about the shoulder blade drawing in towards your midline. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, switch sides. Opposite arm. Opposite arm. Good. So we're really just getting that full engagement of the shoulder joint. Out, then in. For 5. Good. If you ever need it to be heavier, you grab the hands closer together, picking up more of the strap. Last one. Then place the strap aside. You're still in that all fours position. You're going to find the plank position that works for you. If that's your forearms, on your forearm. If it's on your knees, and hit your plank. Now your feet are going to be close together. Then we're going to bend right knee in towards right elbow, then left knee in towards left elbow. You're just bending, 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 bending. Good. Now, if you're down on your forearms, it will go slightly out to the side. If you're down on your knees, you can still do it. It will be slightly out to the side. For 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and lower down to all fours. Press back into a child's pose. Then you're going to come up, turn to lie on your side. Create a little pillow for yourself. You're going to straighten your top leg in line with your body. Straighten your bottom leg straight out in front of you. Okay? You have that little support with a pillow. You're going to lift the leg, lower the leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3. Now, if this is hurting your bottom leg, you just roll back onto your glute a little bit more. It gives you a little bit of cushion. Lift and hold. Lift your top leg up as well. Scissor kicks. Switch, 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 switch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're going to bring your bottom leg in front, top legs in back. Bend your bottom leg. It's in tabletop now. Lower it down. Bend your top leg into tabletop and hold. Straighten it out in front of you. Bend it back in. Straighten out in front. Bend it back in. Now, everybody, pay attention to the bottom of your torso, kind of by the ribs. See if you can lift your ribs off the ground so that they're not touching the ground, which would mean they are off the ground. A little redundant, but push your sits bones towards the wall. Get these obliques engaged. For 3, for 2, and keep the legs straight out in front of you. 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3. Anytime you need to take a break, do, and then join back in. Change directions of your circles. 5, 4, 3, 2. Are those ribs off? 1. Hold. Internally rotate. Your toes rotate towards the ground. Keep the ribs up. Reach the leg back. Bring it forward. Reach the leg back. Bring it forward. Leg goes back, then forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that leg back in line with you. Turn it to parallel. Take your bottom knee. Slide it back so it's in line with your body. Drop your top leg down. Push yourself up. Get that elbow underneath the shoulder. And we're going to lift up into your side plank. Good. Now, with your knee on the ground, you can push into your knee as much as you need. Good. And holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can straighten your bottom leg. And now you're in your full plank, full side plank. If this is too much, keep your bottom knee down. For 5, 4, Patricia, we're going to move to an all fours position if you want to just go ahead and go there. 2, 1. Everybody, you're going to drop your bottom knee back down, rotate over, and now you're going to keep that top leg floating up. Whichever was your top leg is floating up again. So you're in all fours with a straight leg. Whichever leg was your top leg, you're going to bend that knee in, extend it back. Bend the knee in, extend it back. Bend in and out. Bend in and out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, Keep that leg straight back behind you. Tuck the toes of your bottom foot. So that knee that's bent on the ground, the toes are tucked underneath. Push into the hands and float your leg up. So that bottom knee is floated off the ground. You're in this kind of quadruped position. Good. And you're holding for 5, 4. Feel that quad of that bent knee. 2. Bend both knees, tucking the toes. So now you're in this kind of crawling position. And then push your hips up and back. So you go from a downward dog to your knees are bent, your chest is towards your thighs. And then we're gonna do these push-ups that are push-away. So you bend your elbows out wide, you push yourself back. Good, Marie. So when you push yourself back, yes, like that. Elbows bend, shoulders come forward, then your shoulders push away from your wrists. Good, Kathy. Get your hands a little further away from yourself. For 3, 2, 1, and then straighten your legs. You're in this downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And you're just gonna get this slight hang here. Good, and then you're gonna walk yourself back out to your plank. Drop your hips down. Go to the plank that works for you, if that's on your knees, on your forearms, a combination of both. For 3, for 2, bend one knee down, then the other knee. Bring yourself up, shake it all out. We're gonna turn and lie on our other side. Okay, both legs are gonna be straight. Then kick your bottom leg forward. Leave your top leg reaching down towards the ground. Let's lift and lower the bottom leg. Lift and lower. Now this top arm can be in front, and you can use it as support for your torso. Good, we're lifting and lowering. For 3, for 2, lift and hold. Lift your top leg up and scissor kick. If you need to roll back onto your glute a little bit, that's fine. There are a lot of muscles that attach right on the femur. It's called your greater trochanter. For 3, 2, keep that bottom leg kicking forward, bend the knee, rest it down. Good, bend your top leg up, and then you're gonna extend the knee and bend the knee. Extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend. Check in with your ribs. Are they lifted off the ground? For 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're gonna keep that top leg straight, ribs lifted off, 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, internally rotate. Kick the leg back, kick the leg forward. Kick the leg back, kick the leg forward and back. Internally rotated, forward and back for 3, for 2, kick back and hold, turn the leg to parallel, draw your bottom knee back in line with you, drop your top foot down, push yourself up into this lazy side bend. I don't know, I haven't come up with a name for this yet. Check in with your neck. If it's hurting, just try to do that little bobblehead. Push yourself back up into the side plank if it works for your body right now. Good. Now, if your neck is bothering you here and you're feeling a lot of tension, go ahead and you're gonna go back down to your side lying and just support your neck, and you'll be lifting both your legs up and lowering them back down, keeping your head supported. That's if your neck is hurting. Good. And now from here, place that top foot down, lift your bottom knee up if that works for you. Marie, go ahead and keep both legs lifted up, and you're gonna do small little scissor kicks back and forth. Yes, just like that. Good. It's going to still challenge your obliques. Good. For 3, 2. Now, Marie, you're going to bring both your legs together and you're going to come up to an all fours position. Everybody else, bend your bottom knee. Rotate into your plank, keeping your top leg lifted up. So, Marie, float your right leg. Good. So you're in this all fours position. Tuck your toes. Yep, that back leg is floating, everybody. I'm sorry, that top leg that was just working on the top is floating up. We're going to bend that knee in and then extend it back. Just doing a couple donkey kicks. Re-engaging the glute for 3, 2. Now you're going to keep that leg kicked back behind you. Tuck your toes. Push the hands into the ground. And then we're going to float that bent knee off the ground. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend the floating leg, that straight floating leg, so both knees are bent. You're kind of in this bear crawl position for 5, 4, 3, 2. Straighten the legs up, push back into a downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Hang for a second, like gravity, stretch out your hamstrings. Good. And then you're going to slowly build your spine up. If your strap is by you, grab it. Building your spine up. You're in a standing position now. We're going to bring the strap down in front of you. Stand in the middle of that strap. Palms are going to be facing forward. And bend and straighten your elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. So being aware and engaged with those, the core and the glutes. Now getting those shoulders to draw down as you bend up for 5, 4, 3, 2. And on this one, you're going to pause with elbows bent. Squat down, stand up. Squat down, stand up. Squat down and up. Down and up. Good. 5, 4, 3. Patricia, widen your feet just a little bit. And Navua, if you can, get your second foot, both feet in the straps. It'll make it a little bit heavier. As long as it's okay in your ankle. And then everyone pause down in your squat. And now bring the elbows forward, bring the elbows back down. Bring the elbows forward, switch so that your palms are facing each other. Good. Now as you're doing this, keep the shoulders drawn down. So Marie, bring your elbows a little bit more narrow, not so far out to the side. Good. And only go up as high as those shoulders stay away from your ears. For 3, 2, 1. Elbows are lifted. We're going to do pulses of the squats. Pulse, pulse. Now feel the strap pull your scapula down your back, down the back. Up, up, up. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand up tall, lower the arms down. Palms are going to be facing the body. Bring your feet closer together. Hinge forward. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Good. We're just getting the opposite muscle group that we just worked. This muscle group was just working, but it was working in the lengthened position. Now we're shortening it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull back and hold. Bend and straighten just the elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. For 5. Kathy, see if you can get a little bit lower in your squat. Good. 2, and keep the arms straight back behind you. Open and close. Open and close. Everybody, see if you can get even lower. How low can you get in this squat? This hinge forward squat. Good. Keeping those sit bones pressing back, knees on top of ankles for 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Let go of those straps. Round the shoulders forward and back. You're just gonna shake the arms out. Okay, we're gonna go wide with the feet. We're just gonna side bend and then come back up. And then side bend the other direction. And then come back up. I'm giving you a false sense of security. We're not even close to being done. We're just stretching out those shoulders, stretching out the side a little bit. Okay, with the wide feet, come back to center. You're gonna be turned out, lower down into your squat. Okay, so we're gonna just hold this squat. Now bring your hands to the inside of your knees. Try to draw your knees in, but your hands push away. So you activate these inner thighs. You should feel a good activation of these inner thighs. And now from here, bring the hands in front. Keep the inner thighs engaged as we pulse, pulse, pulse. It's not quick, it's end range. Up, then down, up, then down, up, then down, up, then down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you keep in this squat, rotate on the heels so that the knees are pushing forward, the toes are pushing forward. Yeah, then you're gonna slide from side to side, side. So what we do is you get a little bit of a reprieve for the inner thigh work on one side, and then it picks up the load on the other. To side, side to side. So we're gonna stay in this kind of squat position for a while. For 3, we're just gonna be changing how gravity's interplaying with it. And then you're gonna pause with all the weight in your right side. Rotate your whole body to the right. You're still in what your squat position was. That front knee, that right knee is bent. We're holding here. Hold. Now, lunge the back knee towards the ground, then back up. It's a small movement. You just bend it down. Now, if this is hurting anybody's knee, instead you're gonna straighten and bend the front knee. That's only if that back knee is hurting by bending down. For 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself back up. That front knee is still bent. Rotate back to center. That left knee is straight. You still have all the weight in that right leg. Now shift the weight over to the left leg. Rotate to the left. You're still in that same squat position, except for now it takes the load more into the hip extensors. Now, spin the knee down, back up, bend down and up. Good. Down and up, down and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten that back leg. Rotate everything back to center. Right leg is straight. Come to the middle. Equal weight in both legs. Externally rotate the hips again. Okay, now from here, let's lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift and lower. Take a break at any moment. We're just trying to get that inner thighs stretching out slightly by having this abduction turn out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, now 1. Place the heels down, stick the tailbone out, straighten the legs to hinge forward, bring your hands down to the ground. Walk your feet back, you're in a wide stance if you're plank. Sorry if you have to change your position, but you want those feet should be outside of the hands. Now we're gonna alternate touching the opposite shoulder. If you need to drop down to your knees are still gonna be outside of your hands. If you need to drop down to your forearms, it's the same thing. You bring your hand up, elbow comes off, but we're just alternating shoulder taps. For 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. With control, lower your knees down to the ground, push back into a child's pose. Then you're gonna come back and lie down on your stomach. You're going to have your elbows making a bent. Arms are gonna be making cactus arms out to the side. Draw your shoulder blades down. As you draw your shoulder blades down even more, you lift your head and chest. And then you lower your head and chest down. So it's this idea of pushing your heart forward, shoulder blades draw down the back to lift you up. Lower everything back down. Lift up. Lower down. 4 more. Lift up. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down. Last one. Lift and hold. Now, with your right hand, bend your right knee and reach back for your right ankle. Then bend your left knee, reach back for your left ankle. And you're keeping your pubic bone pushing into the mat. Draw your belly button as if it has an ice cube underneath it, away from the floor. Then you try to straighten your legs, but your hands keep you lifted up. So the straightening of your legs with your hands pushing into your ankles cause you to come up into a deeper extension. See if you can lift your knees off the ground as well. Only come up as high as feels comfortable for your body. For 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Straighten the legs. Push yourself back up and into a child's pose. Big inhale. Then exhale. Coming back to your all fours position. Okay. All 4 points are on the ground. We're going to be alternating hands and legs. So we're going to extend the left leg, right arm. Reach out. Then they come back down and do the opposite side. So alternating this watchdog. Now, as you're doing this, pay attention to your torso. Try not to rock from side to side when you're doing this. You want to keep everything engaged. So really, the body doesn't move. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to pause with whichever arm and leg you have floating. Good. Now we're going to open and close. Open and close. Open that arm out to the side. Open the leg out to the side. Open and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're going to pause with them open. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come everything back down to the ground. Switch to the other leg and arm and open and close. Go straight into it and close. Open and close. Open and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, pause, open, 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down, tuck the toes, place that knee down, push your hips up into a downward dog. Walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet, or a combination of both, to slowly build your spine all the way back up to standing. Legs are going to go wide again. Same, but different. Legs are going to go wide. Let's squat down and hold. Now, you had your hands on those inner thighs and you're drawing the knees in last time. This time, bring them to the outsides of your knees and try to open your knees, but your hands push against that. That's going to turn on your abductors and your lateral rotators of the glutes. And we're holding here. Good. Now really get them engaged as we pulse down, down. The pulsing is down. The emphasis is down, 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 down. Instead of that going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the weight into the heels, turn the toes to face forward, shift all the weight from side to side. Now keep this whole idea of opening the knees out to the side so that you can get the outside of your glutes, your side butt, your sut. Side to side, side to side. This is to help strengthen everything around the knee. For 3, 2, pause with all the weight in the right leg. Rotate the entire body to the right. Now, this front knee is going to be the leg that straightens. Your back knee does not straighten. You come up into an arabesque, you lower back down. When you lower down, you go into your deep lunge. Then you straighten that leg to come up. The straightening of the knee does not move from being on top of the ankle. You're pulling your torso up and over. Good, Marie. Good, Navua. Navua, when you go into your lunge, see if you can be a little bit more hinged in the torso instead of upright. 2, yes. Pause down in your lunge, everybody. Placing both feet on the ground. Rotate everything back to center. Good. Now shift all your weight into your left leg. Rotate the torso to the left. Then you're pushing into that left heel, coming up into your arabesque, lower back down. Up into that arabesque, lower down. Pushing up, lowering down. For 5, and down. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower back down into that lunge. Rotate everything back to center. Bring your torso square in between your 2 knees. Turn back out. All the weight is going to go into your right foot. Your left knee still stays bent, but all the weight is in the right foot and you're tapping that ankle. For those of you who hate this exercise, I'm sorry, sort of. You want to focus on lifting the entire foot. Get that shin. This is to support your ankle strength and your balance. For 5, 4, 3, 2, that shift all the weight into the left leg, same thing. Tapping that foot. Now, just because the weight shifted over there, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to straighten your right leg. You can if you'd like, but it doesn't have to be. I can put a little bit of torque into that knee if it's too much. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weight to center, stand up tall. Walk your feet in. Toes are going to be facing forward. Lift your toes towards the ceiling. Only your metatarsals, where your toe connects into the foot, is onto the ground. We're going to lift your heels and lower your heels. Keep the chest lifted. Don't let the toes press into the ground. And try to press your weight even through all 5 metatarsals. Up, then down. Up, then down. Up, then down. For 5, 4, 3. You're going to keep your heels lifted in 2, and then you're staying balanced as if you were up on point, but your toes don't touch the ground. And balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Shake the legs out. Your arms are going to go out to the side to make a T. Pinch your shoulder blades as you lift your heart up. Give yourself a hug, remembering which arm is on top. And then from here, you're going to rotate and rotate. Rotate and rotate. Open those arms back out to the side. Pinch your shoulder blades as you lift your collarbones up. Switch with arms on top as you give yourself another hug. Then side bend, side bend, side bend, side bend. Shake it all out. Fantastic job, everybody. Happy Wednesday.